Seagull, you fly across the horizon into the misty morning sun. Nobody asked you where you were going. Nobody knows where you're from. Here is a man.
Well, hello again, Rob. It's do or die day. Take up your challenge of trying to get across the La Gomera and back again without drowning. Don't know whether we'll make it. We're in the Duo Discus. We've got a wind of 5 knots at 260. The air mass is stable. Strong thermals, no turbulence. Cloud base, I think probably about 8,000 or something feet. And we're in the Duo Discus, no water ballast. You're in the back seat, your straps are on and secure, all that kind of stuff. We've got the pawnee for the tug, and not much else to say really, so let's get going. Right, let's do the air control checks, make sure everything's okay. Jolly good. What's CPCB? Trim, full forward, full back, set it a bit forward. We'll make sure we can find the air brakes and use them. Yep, they're all good, everything's working there. Cable release working okay, all that kind of stuff. Right, okay, so off we go. Tug starts his engine. Some nice looking cloud masses in towards the mountains, but of course we ain't going there. Where we're going straight in. I don't much like the look of it actually, unless it's just because we can't see too far to the distance. But there's a distinct lack of cumulus in the direction we're going, once we get to the coast perhaps, but let's see what happens. Right, let's pay attention on the launch here. Try and do it right.
Task started.
Not quite sure why it said task started, almost suggesting we've gone out of the start zone. We probably have, I suppose, because we're launching towards the turning point, and we need to be sort of behind the airfield to be in the start zone. But obviously we're not going to start the task now. We'll have to do a 180 and go back into the start zone, and then have it say the task has started. And then there's a button I press on the controller, and a sign button that will confirm we've actually started the task, and then the LX9070 nav aid will show the turning point name at the top of the display, and show us the heading to go, distance to go, and other data to do with what cloud ratio we need to get there and the height we'll get there, etc., and all that kind of stuff. And just to say again, I've set up this LX9070 with custom screens, and one of the things it does, which is rather nice, is that once you start circling, it immediately switches to the thermaling screen, which has sort of more thermal related information on it. I think that it then returns to whatever screen you were on before once you stop thermaling, but as I say, I'm very new to it, I haven't got used to it yet, and I can't even remember what half of the data I put onto the screen means. So anyway, I'm going to stop chatting actually, because one of the mistakes I've made on an earlier trial was to not notice the tug going through strong lift when I should pull off and take it. So we should start paying attention to that now. His towing pattern's a bit different the last time. It's as though he's trying to tow me under lift, which I guess I might be advised to take. The combination climbs at about sort of 4 knots or something, I think, in neutral air. So if we start to get something substantially above that, then I ought to pull off the tow. We're at kind of height now, I can pull off, but as you can see, I can't see any clouds over this way. So I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I've set it to have strong lift and thermals, but some reason it's not giving me much over the takeoff point. So I better carry on taking this climb for as high as I can go before the tug waves me off. And this time I'll try and remember to retract the wheel as well. I won't retract it on tow because Condor can reward you with a tug upset if you do that. As though it's trying to remind you that there are risks to retracting the wheel on tow. Principally that the wheel might be quite heavy to retract with the one hand, whilst you're trying to be delicate and pay attention to the tug with the stick on the other hand. And if you don't get that right, of course, you start yanking the joystick while you're retracting the wheel and cause an upset. So I've been with a CFI who thought it was a sign of your pilot skills that you could retract the wheel on tow, and you should be able to do it. Should being the opposite, being the key word there. And another full cat instructor who absolutely said you should never do it because of the risk of a tug upset. So I think generally I tend to not retract on tow. Oh, he's wagging me off. Okay, off we go. Pull the thing twice, clear the tug, make sure he's away. Put the wheel up this time, and I think because it's back in zone, I'm going to go for this one here. I think, yeah, I think so. Where's my start zone? I don't know why, incidentally, this map is not showing the landmass, is it? Now, I don't know why that is. Let's try one of the other maps, see if that... No, none of them are showing it. They're not showing the landmass. I don't know why. Makes it a bit difficult to... let's get to the... where is the start zone? So we could have gone for that one probably in the start zone anyway. Oh, see, this one's collapsing already. You can see it's collapsing. I don't know why they're collapsing quite so quickly. I do know in Condor 3 they decided to make certain things tougher. So yesterday, for instance, when I was trying to soar on those slopes, I remember them saying Condor 3 won't generate lift on slopes, but we're about 18 knots or something, and I'd set the wind at 20 knots. So perhaps it was trying to say I don't generate much lift. So look at this cloud, it's collapsing just as I go for it. It's almost as though Condor has decided to make life trickier for pilots. We may end up not recording this flight if I don't find lift and get away. I don't want to waste too much time stooging around for clouds. Yeah. Let's wait and see what we get underneath it before we give up. Lift here, a little bit of sink, maybe we're going to come into lift in a second. Not a lot, whatever it is. No, this cloud has died. Come on. No, I'm going to have to turn around and cruise, and maybe I'll connect with the remnants of it, but if not, I've got to head for the next cloud. But you watch, that cloud will disappear just as I get to it. No, it's completely... Okay, well, this is the great mystery of it all. Whether the air mass is just dry so that it although the cloud breaks up, the lift is still there, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to see what I can get out of this one when I centre a bit. Very strange.
1.5.
Don't understand it. I'll try and trim back a bit. Useless on this thing, really.
2.7.
So clearly clouds aren't dead, even when they've evaporated, or the lift isn't dead. So I don't understand that, because Condor 2 was much more a case of once the clouds had
3.3.
dissipated like that, the lift had kind of gone as well. Having said that, this was in UK landscapes, and just concentrate centering a bit. This was in UK landscapes, and you still got like 1 or 2 knots. So perhaps it's just much stronger lift here. So although this might be weak lift
3.3.
for this part of the world, it's still a strong lift by UK standards. So anyway, we're just going to take it and see how well we can climb in it. No cloud at all there now, so there you go. No idea what all that means.
3.3. 3.1. 2.8. 2.3.
'Lift is slowly dying, isn't it, really?
2. 2.2.
I see the top of whatever that mountain is called, Teide, it's called. It's still in cloud. No idea where the lift is coming from here, because there's no cloud. It's been for quite some time. Anyway, I've got more height now, so I can probably think about transitioning to somewhere else. Quite weird though, because there's no other clouds that are conveniently in the start zone. Might as well stooge around for the moment.
1.8.
What's this here? These remnants here, what are they about? Is that high cloud, or is that dissolving or forming cumulus? Don't know. Well, we're well behind the start zone now, so let's head for this cloud here. Head on with it, because we've got good height. See whether we can get a decent climb to something serious. There's that one there at our 1 o'clock that's popped up, but whether it'll be there by the time I get to it, I don't know. I'd like to go there. I'll watch it as I head for this one. If I see it growing healthily, I'll change direction and go over towards it. Good to catch them when they're young. Seems to be persisting. Sink around here at the moment. Let's try this one just for the hell of it. Trying to get to understand this. It's as though the whole weather generator is a bit different and probably a bit cleverer. A lot of these clouds have good vertical development. Others don't have much. Whether you've got to watch out for is ones, and try and go for ones that had good vertical development, I don't know.
Inside zone.
Good, well that means I'm inside the start zone, as you can see there, that heavy unit semicircle there. So this cloud is nicely inside the zone. So we'll go for it. Hope we can get some strong lift from it. I'm heading into wind, pretty much such wind as there is. So it should be slightly upwind of the cloud. But let's wait and see whether this cloud continues to grow and be healthy. Yeah, that one is already, as you can see, it's decayed a lot since we were there. And that was a cloud with good vertical development. It's almost as though they wait for you to go for them and then they start deteriorating. I don't know what's going on there. I think Condor 2 was quite this finicky. What will this one do? Anyway, we'll take what we can. Feel the right wing being lifted just a touch, so we'll turn into the right. Get into the centre of it, don't turn too soon. I should have looked out before I turned, really. Safe flying. Excuse me. The centre a bit better.
One 1.5.
Sorry, Rob, I've got the old coughs today.
2.1.
Might have to pause the flight and have a little sip of water. Circling rather fast, actually. See if we can circle a little slower.
Two. 2.2. Two point 6. Three point 1. Three point 2. Two point 8.
Losing the lift, don't know why. Why am I losing the lift?
1.6.
My flying, I think, not the cloud. Let's get back into it.
0.9.
Very strange. I'm surprised it's suddenly got hard to stay in this lift. Why is that? Must be my flying, but I'm
0.9.
not sure why it's so bad.
One.
Try going round this way again. No, can't seem to get centred. Very strange.
Zero point one.
No, just not doing well here. Gonna have to explore some more because something's not right about this. I should be doing a lot better than this.
0.3.
I'm gonna reverse my turn and go around to the left for the hell of it. Need to practice circling in both directions anyway. So why did I have all that trouble? Now we seem to be touch wood, as long as I can stay with it.
2.5. Three point one. Three point three. Three point four. Three point two. Two point eight.
There we go, lift dying off again, or moving around.
2.4.
Cloud is kind of disappearing in strange ways. It's as though it's making you have to fly better to actually change your position in the sky and find the lift again every time you start to lose it. We're slowly working our way up to cloud base. We've got a little way to go yet.
2.3.
This cloud probably won't get us there. And I'd quite like to get to cloud base before we set off because give me the best chance of getting going. As I say, as we look over there, I mean, I don't see any clouds towards the island, so let's have to wait and see what we get.
2. 1.8. One point eight.
Let's go for this fella here, shall we? See if we can get ourselves up to cloud base with this one. Should still be in the star zone. Yeah, that's good. Very healthy cloud, doesn't it? Hopefully we can get a stonking climb to cloud base in this, but let's wait and see. We're not far off cloud base, maybe 1,000, 1,500 feet. Should be okay to turn. Not that there's anybody else in the sky. Okay.
Two point four. Three point three. 3.6. Three point six. 3.9. 4.
That's about 8 knots on the average. That's pretty good. Coming up to cloud base, nearly 9,000 feet. Might even see if we can go into cloud, if I can fly cloud better than I did yesterday. Not much point in just flying in cloud. You've got to be able to sort of, stay in the lifting cloud, or else why bother?
4.1.
Right, I'm going to the artificial horizon now, paying no attention to anything else.
Four point two. 4.
4.
3.4. 1.6.
Right, so I think when we're pointing west, yeah, okay, that's fine. I think we'll just call it dead there. But there you go, have a look at the cloud. Look at that, isn't that a lot of fun? Let's go back into it for the hell of it, shall we?
1.3.
Look at that. How realistic is that? Bloody great. Let's go back into it. Back on the instruments. Whoop. Watch that speed. Watch that speed. Any lift in the centre of it? It's working around the side of it, but aren't we? Let's go into it some more. See what we can find. Yeah, we're just going round it, aren't we, in circles? So we'll come round onto a kind of a westerly heading. Oh, there's a bit of lift here. What's going on here? Right, let's turn in. Try and watch that airspeed. To reconnect with it, but of course, how well can you fly? That's the thing in terms of the lift. As you banked over, try to get your airspeed right, not over bank. Keep changing your bank as you try and recenter the lift. And really, the thing that has to come first is not having the plane completely crap out on you when you're in cloud. We're doing well here, though, actually. We've reconnected with some good lift in this cloud. Oh, flown out the side of it again.
3.4.
This should make for interesting viewing, Rob. Oh, yeah, we're getting near the top of the cloud now. Probably make 11,000 feet. About 11,000 feet. Topped out in the cloud. Right, so let's get round onto a westerly heading.
2.4.
Something like that. Come over the top of this cloud. How about that? I mean, I can't tell you how good this is in virtual reality. It's absolutely stunning. So now, let's, right, okay, so now I think we can kind of set off. Let's just magnify that a bit. Yeah, we'll soon be out of the start zone, and then we can press the task button, start task button on the controller, and it should then bring up the next turning point, La Gomera.
Task started.
Okay, so confirm that. La Gomera.
Final glide on. Task established.
Right, so it's supposed to tell me, I thought, which way to go, but let's just go out on this map and see whether we can. It's not going to bloody well show us, is it? Oh, that's not a lot of use. It's supposed to give me the direction to steer. And I guess it's over this way, so let's just go over this way and see what happens. It reckons I'll arrive at 1,400 feet. So we should at least make it to land. without finding any lift. It estimates my glide angle at 24, if you look at the bottom left of the screen, and the required is 21, so we've got enough glide in reserve at the moment. What I'm not sure about is where I'm supposed to be heading. Certainly what I am heading, but somewhere, oh there we go, oh, it's all blue and faint, so I've got to go 14 degrees that way. Well, let's go through this cloud for fun anyway, and then we'll alter our course. Never know, there might be a bit of left here. No, probably not. No. 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 Right, let's get on track. We're 23 degrees off, so we can't be having that. Right. Whoops, we've overcooked it. What was trying to flying cloud at the same time. Let's go 16 degrees left. I'll have to redesign that display. It's no bloody good. Oh, I know why. The display would be fine if the terrain map was showing, but it's just showing blue. So I don't know why it's not showing the terrain map. I'm going to have to look into this. There is a separate app for the LX9070, and it may be that I have to set up the map in that before each task. It doesn't seem right though if you do. Anyway, lots of learning to be done. I'm going to have to go right into the screen. I can't bloody see it at all. And there's no reference, of course. It's not as though I can look to the distance and choose a point in the horizon to aim for. But it's somewhere over there, isn't it? So with no wind, say heading of about 267 or something like that. More or less into wind, so do that and then check intervals. Right, but it estimates our glide at 32 and required is 21, so we're looking quite good, and we're going along at 70 knots, which is not best glide. We're going a bit fast actually, but I mean if we pull the speed back a little bit, interesting to see what the data says when we do that. Right, so we head off into the great unknown. And we're still above cloud base at the moment, so we'll be going into clouds rather than underneath them. It's all rather interesting. So just possibly, if we can find a lift, over on La Gomera, this could be a walk in the park. Just possibly, but never say that. Places he comes for a fall and all that. There's Los Gigantes and where you're staying up there, up the coast a ways. Yeah, 268. Best glide I think was probably more like 60, but seems to be doing all right in this. I'll try and bring it back a little bit. To go for best glide. I don't think it's that critical between, let's say, 60 and 70 really. At the moment we're going down at half a knot. It's not bad. We'll burst out the other side and see the coast of La Gomera. Clouds, but sea rates increasing, I don't know quite why. Just variation in the air. All the cloud shadows over the sea. remember flying in wave at Sutton Bank and skimming along the edge of clouds like this. It was just such a hoot. Such a hoot. Can you see La Gomera? I can't see it. 49k to go. And our estimated glide's gone down, so I don't know why these figures change like this. I mean, I guess the sink rate's gone up and it's just revising the figures. Oh yes, can I see the landmass over there? I think I can. Well, let's hope these clouds along the way, should we need them, will allow us to top up a bit. So, you know, I'll stay high if I can, obviously. Don't know what we're going to meet when we get to La Gomera, what height will arrive or anything. Well, it looks as though it'll be pretty marginal actually, so although we might just about get there, we'll really have wanted to pick up some lift between here and there. In fact, I might deviate a little bit this way towards this currently promising looking cloud, but whether it will be promising by the time we get there, I don't know. I mean, really, it'll be another cloud climb, won't it? Because we're probably going to arrive there at about cloud base. And it's not hugely relaxing trying to thermal in clouds on the artificial horizon, but the more you do it, the better you get at it, and I don't do enough of it. Not nearly enough. Oh, it'd be nice to be sitting under a parasol with Rob and Kate and having a, you know, a pina colada or whatever it is, or in no state to fly, but enjoying myself. So we're 10 degrees off, but I want to sort of follow the line of clouds, follow the energy, as they say. The viz isn't stunning, is it? I mean, you know, you can't see. Well, there's a great big cloud in the way as well, but no idea what the convection will be like over La Gomera. Interesting to see. Cloud this, if I can put up with the nerve-fraying experience of trying to keep control in cloud. I want to have my hand ready on the air brakes, because if you do lose it badly in cloud, you need to get the air brakes open so that you don't, you know, exceed VNE. And you can come plummeting out the bottom and sort it out. Looks a good cloud, this. So there we go. So we're at 8,800 at the moment. Okay, we'll start turning.
.8. .1. 3.9. 4.2. 4.2.
let's
2.5.
get back on track. I was quite pleased with that. Well, that was worth 2,000 feet. Right, and just go slightly that way. Fabulous, look at that, on top of the clouds. Top of the clouds and heading for La Gomera. Wow, look at our estimated glide over required. Required is 15, and we're so far over that, we haven't got to worry. And yeah, so let's go a little faster really. Stare right into the screen, I've got to get this sorted out. So about 266 or something we're heading over here. Yeah, about 266, right, okay. Cloud ahead. I mean, I think we could be flying quite a lot faster than this, to be honest, but I just want to play it safe and get around. But we could be going faster, you know. It's trouble is, having to do cloud climbs like that, it's kind of mentally quite fatiguing, and you sort of think, don't look forward to the next one. But I'm going to speed up a bit. Cloud up ahead. Can we take it? Can't see again, there's a big cloud in the way, but I can't see much activity over La Gomera, so perhaps we ought to take our lift where we can, really. The other thing that's interesting is I'd imagine the turning point would be, towards this end of La Gomera, but it looks as though it's further on a bit, doesn't it? We've still got 33k to go, so, another cloud climb coming on. Let's head for the heart of it a bit, shall we? Of course, I think the UK is the only country in the world, is it? I'm not sure, but it's one of the few anyway where you're allowed to cloud climb in gliders. They get a special kind of IFR exemption. Although you're not supposed to go into the side of them, mind you, you are supposed to sort of be underneath them and then call on 130.1 your location and things and your height, QNH when you're supposed to enter cloud. But it's only the UK you're allowed to do it, I believe. And of course, it can be a very useful option when you're going cross country. If there's good vertical development in the clouds. A good mass, this one. Let's see whether I can, whether my nerves can handle taking the lift up to the top. As you come, face this great big wall of cloud you're about to dive in the side of. My God. Imagine doing this in real life. Ooh. Right, so when we go, what will we find in here? Find anything. Should do though. Should be lifting the core of a cloud like this, but of course it might be one of these bits where it isn't in this bit of the cloud. We're certainly not finding anything at the moment, so I think what I shall do is I shall gently move us around to the heading we should be on. Something like that perhaps. I've overshot a bit now, we've overshot. Here comes something. Good enough to stop. I'm not going to stop unless it gets stronger than this. I'm not going to start searching around too much for it either. I'm not that bothered. Got plenty of height. Need to go this way a bit. It's good practice for cloud flying anyway. Oops. Overshooting, overshot. Right, so we're through that and we're pretty much on course. La Gomera. Right, speed on a little bit. I'll head for this cloud. It's probably below cloud base by the time we get there, so we might be able to have slightly more get established in the climb, even if we take it into cloud. We can get into thermaling mode. It's only slightly off course. Faster. long periods of boredom, aren't there, on a flight like this? And like you say, Rob, I mean, the landing options in La Gomera look zilch, don't they? Absolutely zilch. My God. Must be something somewhere, but I don't know where. Well trimmed out at the moment, the glider. It's needing very little commanding. I could probably, in fact, I might have a quick sip. Yep, look at that. Speed's hardly varied, and neither is the heading. And that was hands off the stick for 15 seconds or something. So. Right, let's see where we can pick up here. And then we'll, we're only 4 degrees off enemy, aren't we? Hardly. It must be that headland there on the left of the island. I don't know, but maybe. Coming on. Okay, and turn. Trim for the climb.
.7. .1.
Staying on the artificial horizon because I've got to be on it sooner or later, so I might as well be getting used to it now.
3. .8.
Probably not very well centered in the cloud, am I? 120. well centered. Let's dive into the cloud more, see if they're stronger in it. No, it's
1.9.
disintegrating, isn't it? The clouds dispersing. That's what it is. Well, looks as though that's about it for this one, doesn't it? See, that's weird the way they just disappear. Let's just well, let's go around a bit, see if we can get a bit more lift. Weird. Lift seems to be out of the cloud.
1.5.
The remnants of it. It's not a lot though, is it really? Oh, well, let's take it. No, come on, let's move on. Right, let's start flying a bit more positively. Another big cloud up ahead, so plenty of lift opportunities. Although looking further along the island, well, maybe there are. Maybe those clouds are further away than you think. So once we've rounded the turning point, it should tell us what height we need to get back to the finish. And if we've got plenty, well, I'll put the nose down and try and fly faster altogether, because we know it tends to be lift along the way. Oh, hang on, that's a landing strip, isn't it? If you look, a little grey strip. Can you see a grey strip near the coast towards that headland? That must be the turning point. So there is an airstrip there. Let's go for another climb in this, shall we, just for the hell of it. Good looking mass, see what we can get. Starting to fly a bit faster now that I've got a better measure of what the lift opportunities seem to be. I mean, it seems pretty easy really. I did set the task to strong thermals and things and no turbulence, so I tried to make it as easy as possible. Didn't want to be honest, I'm not that bothered about setting myself overly challenging conditions. I mean, I usually have ordinary thermals with some turbulence, so it keeps it lively, but you can set them so it really is very borderline, and then it's seriously nail-bitingly hard work, and you often land out and fail and things. And I like getting around a task really. I like the sightseeing, I like the decision making without it being too nail-biting. Are we going to get any lift here? Well, I'm not going to deviate because I'm going for a turning point. If I happen to get a lift, great. If I don't, I don't. I found something there, but never mind. Probably if we'd wandered about underneath that cloud, we'd have found where it was, but I'm not up for doing that at the moment. Bursting into sunlight. There is the sun. Let's just trim it back a bit while I do this. Where is the sun? Oh, it's somewhere over there, isn't it? I don't know why we've got sun on the canopy, because... Oh, there it is. It's almost above us. Oh! Silly old me. Because it would be, wouldn't it? Because we're around midday. Right, so where are we now? Yeah. Like a bloody great cloud right over the turning point as well. But I think whatever we do, we'll round the turning point and then assess what what height we need to get back to base. great idea to be skirting on the side of clouds, in case you miss the lift and just hit the sink anyway. Seems to take forever. But it is a strange task because it's just an out and return, so I guess you've got two really quite long legs. Being a bit reckless with my speed now, but never mind. Around that turning point. I'm surprised we're sinking as little as we are, actually, given the speed I was doing there. Unballasted Duo Discus. Approaching La Gomera, 2.76. Here it is down there. Little kind of harbour. Some habitation. Back up on the hill. Whatever. Oh, sorry. I'm hard to be watching the speed when you're doing this kind of thingy. Almost at the turning point. We could accelerate the turning point with half a cube an H. Shall we try that? God, that could be dangerous, but let's give it a go. Excuse me, I've got an itchy eye. I'm just going to lift my visor for a second. Right. So let's go for the old cube an H. You're not supposed to do anything like that in Duo Discus. Around the turning point, come on, hit the turning point.
Next, turn point.
Okay. Oh yes. Oh yes. I'll have some of that. Oh really? So now, oh, we're all more or less on track, right? Okay. So now we haven't got all cocky. We better hope that we do find lift on the way home. Because we're at 7,000 feet now, so I think I shall go to this side of the cloud a bit, and then I can track across it and improve my chance maybe of finding the bit with lift if I don't find it straight away. And bring the speed back a bit. Well, actually, it says we will arrive at 700 feet at the moment, so that's encouraging. I'm still going to try and get a bit of lift. I don't like arriving that marginally, but that is encouraging anyway. But having said that, there's got to be something wrong because my estimated glide speed is 24 and we require 32, so we're not going to make it if we carry on like this. Another thing, of course, is we've got an airport right behind us. So everything turns to complete worms. We can just go and land there. Yeah, by going to this side of it, I'm sort of lining up a whole series of clouds that, you know, are in the direction that I will then alter course to go on. So I quite like the look of that. We'll see. Hopefully this first lot will give us something good, and then we'll be cooking on gas. And as ever, if I'm flying well enough into the cloud, I'll take the lifting cloud. As much as I get time to glance at it, I'll glance at the arrival height figure to see when it's starting to look good. Right, so let's turn under this cloud, see what we can find. In we go. Centre, I haven't gone into that quite right, but never mind. We're in it at least. And we have a slight tailwind now, only 5 knots, but every little helps, you know. Not a great climb rate. If it doesn't pick up, I shall move on probably. But let's see if we can centre it out. It's a bit better.
2.2.
Still trying to trim it a bit.
Three point one.
Trying to get it trimmed so that if we go into cloud, it's fairly stable.
3.9.
Now here's a slight problem. Oh, right, well 974, bottom right figure, yeah, okay.
Four point one. Four point six.
Nearly 10 knots on the average, that's pretty good, isn't it?
Four point seven. Four point five. Four point four. Four point seven. Four point nine. Four point nine. Four point nine. 4.7.
Good cloud, this. Way, way above final glide now, but it's been such fun.
4.2.
Probably my best climb of the flight in that cloud. So let's get onto the right heading and level out and head off. Speed on. Trim it forward. Overshot. Dear. Still got quite a lot to do with coming out on the right heading in cloud, never mind. Right. Right. So the slight downside, you're now kind of stuck in cloud until or unless you can find gaps between the cloud to get out. So we really are just cloud flying. Oh, here we go. Right, okay. Phew, we're out of cloud. And we can go at a fair old rate now, I think. Let's go for 90 knots. Tempted to detour and see if we can get on top of that mountain, wouldn't it? I wonder, should we do that? I'm drifting to the left of track anyway, so that takes me a little nearer the mountain. Let's head for this cloud here and see how that positions me for the mountain and what kind of height we're still got left as we get near the coast. Do a climb and go for it. I do wish we could get the map to show though on this LX. Don't know why it's not doing that. Might still be about sort of 5 degrees off to the left of the nose. It looks rather higher than, well, perhaps that's just a limitation on Condor's perspectives, but I mean, given that I'm at 10,000, it's 2,000 feet higher than me, isn't it? So but rather tempting for a great flight. really merit fooling around in it. Just take what little bit there is. And we come out and see how I've changed heading slightly as it is as well, maybe a bit more towards the mountain. Let's see. Yeah, more clouds here. Just going to go to the left because I'd like to be able to see the clouds to see whether what I'm going into is a goodie. I mean, it'd be interesting because even with the best climb, I didn't quite top 12,000 feet, did I? I don't think. I think it was 11,000 and something feet, so maybe I should just give it up. But we'll see. It's only a slight detour from going home, and we're not trying to prove anything on the speed stakes or anything. If we were, we'd have been pushing faster all the time on this task, but it's really just sightseeing and a bit of fun with cloud flying and whatever. What we get here. Of course, one thing you have to watch out for is, well, probably well short of the mountainous heights, but if we straighten out on a heading like 060 to carry on towards the mountain, if the cloud should continue towards the mountain, you could bang right into the mountain if the cloud base is lower than the summit. So we're arriving here pretty much at cloud base. Not much chance to settle into thermaling before into cloud doing it. But let's see how we go. Got to try and find some lift anyway. I mean, we may not go through the lifty bit of the cloud. Might need to turn through 90 degrees in the cloud, but we'll see. I'm going to let it drift right a bit anyway. Alright, let's start the turn. And get centered.
3.2. 3.8.
Not really centering it as well as I'd like.
Three point one.
Getting in bursts, don't I? Got to hang on in there, I think.
2.7.
Seem to keep going through the core and then out of it again. And my attempts to center aren't really so you straighten up.
2.7.
Go for a little longer this time. Let's try it this way. Oh, speed control. My speed's too fast. Let's try and trim back up.
3.6.
Didn't get it trimmed out before we went in the clouds. Didn't help. Making progress anyway.
3.9.
Oh, we're up to 11,300. That's not bad.
3.8.
Speed too slow. Come on, get the speed on a bit. It might be the lift topping out there. 11,500 feet, it might be it. Okay, so we'll straighten up on 060. Oh, what's going on here? More lift? Not much. Can't quite make summit height here, can we really? Okay. Get that speed down. Fly the course. To 060. Got to come outside of the cloud. Towards the mountain. I can just about make out the landscape, and we're a long way short of the mountain, so we should be okay just to keep going this direction. Right, clear a cloud, heading for the mountain. Nice big cloud ahead of us for another climb. We want it. But we're still a bit short of the summit though, aren't we, really? We'll still keep taking lift as best we can as we head towards the mountain. really flying at something like min sync now because I don't want to give up height any more than necessary. I mean, the top of this cloud is a fair bit above us by the look of it. You would hope that you get a climb to over 12,000. There's your gaff down there. I can see Los Gigantes, the beginning of them, and where you are on your hotel. I think you probably can't see me up at this height, all this distance off. Well, can we get something out of this cloud? The trimmer so that hopefully it'll work coming under cloud. It kind of works, it kind of helps having the trimmer set when you do things, but the XY centering on the stick is sort of a bit of a strange facsimile for a real joystick. Well, it looks quite a lot of cloud above us there. Whether we can whether it's all got lift in it, I don't know, but let's wait and see what we've got, shall we? Lift's coming on. Wait for it to get strong. Let's turn around about now. Immediately turned out a bit, but never mind. We'll have a go at centering. In the best of our mind. Is it somewhere here? No, it must be after that, is it? Where is the best of it? No. It's not really. It's not doing the business, that is it? Let's get back on the heading and stick out. It just seemed to disappear as we went into it, didn't it? I understand that. Big mass up ahead. All the time the ground is rising, of course, so I've got to keep a slight eye on that, but we are pretty bloody high. That looks a really good mass up ahead there, doesn't it? Yeah, right on track. Maybe it's what's being caused by the mountain. And incidentally, is the mountain a volcano? Because the whole island seems to rise to that point, doesn't it? Like it's one great big thing. Well, let's do a turn. No, it's just a little blip, isn't it? Well, I'm going to turn in this. I don't know quite why it's got lift in it, but I'm going to turn in it anyway. Anything to get height.
Might
make 12,000 with this. Not quite sure why there's such good lift above the cloud, but we'll take whatever we can. Do one more turn in case it picks up again.
2.9.
make 12,000 this coming, I don't think. Oh, we might do. We've made 12,000 feet. Oh, really? So let us get back on
1.7.
track for the mountain. Magnificent. You got to get yourself a VR headset, Rob. It is just absolutely stunning. Well, this is one hell of a massive cloud, isn't it? My God. This dwarfs anything else. I wonder whether it's the mountain that's generated this. Of course, we don't know the position of the mountain from here, so and we're not above its peak, so this could get extremely interesting, but hey ho, it's do or die, don't you think? I think so. And if we don't find lift, of course, in this cloud, then we really have to watch it. Hang on, whoa, watch you flying. I didn't get onto the artificial horizon quick enough there. And I've gone off course. Let's get back on course a bit. I've already fucked this up really, because I needed to know where I was in relation to the cloud mass. Right now I'm heading for the mountain. About to stall out the sky. I've let the situation slip here a bit. Let's try and steer this thing back onto 060. Oh no, we need to go the other way, don't we? Now I'm going to have to turn away from the mountain to be quite honest, because all the time I do this I'm heading in towards the mountain and I don't know where I am or what the lift is. 700 feet below its summit. If I don't find some lift soon. Ooh, it's tempting me to my fate, isn't it? Okay, let's try and turn in this. Center, if we can. No. Oh. The speed control is not good at the moment.
.3. 4.2. .5.
Should be above Teide. We don't know how near to it we are yet, so if we can get some more, it'd be better, wouldn't it? .6.
2.7.
Going to head for this mass here. Much taller than me. See what it does. Should be safely above the mountain anyway. Will we get left here, or will we just hit 6? Surely. Somewhere in this big mass there should be left.
Three point one. Four point seven. 4.7. Two point eight. One point four. Zero point three.
Can't quite make 15,000 feet, never mind. Let's just straighten up somewhere around here and see if we can get out of cloud, see if we can spot Teide. Oh, must be. Bang straight into left, how funny. Right, take us over 15,000. Taking us close anyway. Yeah, over 15,000 feet. I'm not going to bother circling now. I'm just going to take this and keep going on this heading and hope at some point we'll come out of the bloody cloud and we can see Teide. But we might well be right over the top of Teide, and that's what this is all about. And we're not going to see the top, but we can at least come out of the cloud and then try and sort of circle around underneath it and things. Speed a bit too slow there. Right. Need to clear cloud now so we can see where the hell we are. 5,300. So not a lot of talking when you're cloud climbing because it's pretty all absorbing really. We need all our concentration really. Let's just get on that heading again. God, we're in a whole load of cloud, aren't we? That's for sure. No sign of anything. We're just completely sucked in. It's phenomenal lift. I'm not going to bother with circling anymore. I really just want to get out of it and see something. It's very boring for the viewer, really, if you're stuck in this cloud all the time. But God knows what height we could get to if we really worked at it. Probably something quite phenomenal. My God, when will we come out of the cloud? It goes on forever. It's a very interesting situation, really, because, I mean, I can't let know that flashes. It's keeps telling me I've left cloud, but I can't see that I've left cloud. I'm right in the bloody thick of it. It's complete white out here. So let's get back into 060 for what it's worth. Although, of course, did I see a glimpse of the ground there for a second? Can't see anything. Will we ever get out of this cloud? Oh, hello, hello, hello. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Oh, look. Looky, looky, looky. Could that be Teide right there? I think that must be. And it is shrouded in cloud. All we could do, because if it's shrouded in cloud, all we can do is use a gap in the cloud and do what they do when they want to get down below wave things through a gap. And that is open the brakes and dive down through it. But for now, yeah, no, let's change course and do that because we'll be up here all night otherwise. I've really got no idea where we are, so we're heading west now. Should be heading. There's the coast back there. There's a line of something. So this must be Teide. I think the highest point must be here. So if I open the brakes, and what you do, well, actually, well, we won't open the brakes. Oh, there's Teide. Yeah, this is it. I think. I won't open the brakes till I really need to. We'll see how fast we can go first. Trim it forward, full forward trim. We'll see how close we can get into Teide. I think the top's still in cloud, isn't it? But yeah, this is Teide. Excellent, we've done it. We've done it. So all we can do is to zoom into the gaps as close as possible, and then we'll zoom out and get on land. Watch out for that speed. VNE is coming up. Right, open the brakes. It's too fast a speed to open the brakes, but never mind. I hope Condor will forgive me that little bit. Look at the cloud trying to envelop us here. Got to push the nose down and get below it. There's brakes a bit. Keep that speed bleeding off. Oh, there's. Alright, close those. There's the summit. Getting as close as we can, but yeah, the summit's actually in cloud, isn't it? Let's go around here. Don't get enveloped in cloud. Brakes are fully away, yep. So there we are. There's Teide in all her magnificence. But look, you see, naughty Condor wants to. Woof! This is how you lose control. Oh, nearly VNE there. Whoa! We got the. Whoa! Get that speed off. Ooh, that nearly broke the airplane up. I lost control there. Completely lost control. Wow. Well, we have seen the summit of Teide. And we've been over it by quite a way. 11,800. Pull it up as best we can. Here we go. We found a gap in the cloud and saw Teide. How about that? And we better make sure we steer away now, because we're going to get pulled into cloud if we're not careful. I want to be pointing away from the hill when that happens. Now, if I think I can just about do a turn without getting enveloped in cloud, I'll have a last look at Teide and see how near the summit we are. We need to reverse the turn if we go into cloud. I'm not really good enough for this kind of flying. So tantalising, because I just can't quite get in a position to go around the summit. I could just find a bit of lift. I can't see where to find it. No, I can't see where to find it. No, I'm losing height slowly. I think we're going to have to wave goodbye to the summit. It's too risky trying to take a climb very near that cloud on the summit, because you're immediately in the cloud and you're very near the surface and you'll crash and kill yourself. I'll have one last little pass in case there is something. If only we had a breeze, we'd have some slope lift, but of course that's for another task. So Condor may give us lift here, but it'll also give us cloud, so 330. According to this, we're behind Teide. I find that hard to believe. Are we really? I suppose we must be. Are we on the wrong side of it? Oh yes, so we are. Right, so we overshot Teide a bit. Okay. Right, well, let's come around here. What we have got to watch a bit is we do have to get home. It's all very well saying we can do a straight glide to home, but we've got to clear these hills. Anyway, we got to see Teide. We got very near the summit, and we got 3,000 feet above it in cloud. But okay, I think there's a gap we can go through, isn't there? Further down here, I think we'll be all right. And we could probably, with no wind blowing to actually cause complications, we could probably just dive through one of those gaps there. Shall we live dangerously and try? I wonder. It would be fun, wouldn't it? There's no lift in between there and there if it goes wrong, but let's go for it. Let's go with this gap here. Now 11 o'clock. We've got an escape route. Yeah, we can sort of escape. Don't know quite what happens if we do, but see how we're doing, because this one is pretty much dead on track, isn't it, this gap? We can make it through it. It's going to be interesting if we're not going to make it though, because very interesting. There's the odd track we can land on. Let's try and go for best glide now. Let's not get too silly with the speed. Let's pull it up to best glide. That's what we want. That's what we want. Yeah, we should make it, no problem. It's good, excellent. Right, we're on our way home now, Rob. Well, I think it was a pretty amazing flight, actually. Quite a stunning flight. Longer than yesterday, so Hope you've got some rainy weather there so you can enjoy indoor Condor 3 video viewing. Magnificent. Well, I've been around the Canaries. So it shows that we'll arrive over the destination turning point at 2,500 feet. So I think at this point we do put the nose down and just go. In fact, we might as well buzz these past for fun. Why not? Chat the VNE. Gosh, I nearly wrecked the whole flight back there. Very, very close. Just shows you how quickly things can get out of hand if you don't watch it. VNE here, so I have to watch it a bit. It's that funny little line on the hillside over there. Yeah, you can see when you get close up the scenery in Condor. I mean, it's not Microsoft Flight Simulator, but that's not its priority really. Of course, it's it's a gliding simulator. It's there to actually make you feel like you're flying a glider, and it does a pretty good job of that, I have to say. A pretty good job. It's just a kind of a bit of a pale coloured field in the hills. For a second it looked like a landing strip in the hills. And the main airport is just over the nose, that kind of white strip you can see running parallel to the coast and inland from it a bit, just to the right of the headland, straight ahead of the nose. So we won't dick around, we shall just get ourselves back on the ground as soon as possible, because this has been a very long flight. Just going to check my real world watch. Yeah, good, that'll work out well with having me tea. And I can leave this thing to upload itself onto OneDrive, so you can have it to watch.
Task 2 minutes.
Oh. Tenerife base Bravo Sierra. I'm 2 minutes from finishing the task. Approximately 10k to your north. And I'll be doing a base leg and a direct final into land on the westerly runway. Brakes are out a bit just to increase our rate of descent. Down a lot. A little bit to the noise, add to the noise as well as the drag. Gosh, when you think, I think I did the whole flight yesterday with the wheel down. It's very easy to do because the cable releases button on this joystick is right next to the wheel, and I always press that twice, as I was trained to do. Pull the cable release twice to make sure the cable's gone. It's very easy when you're doing all that to put the wheel up without realizing it, and then when you press it again to put the wheel up, you actually put it down again, and then you don't notice. Anyway, we got through the flight even with the wheel down, so it wasn't so bad. I'm trying to remember whereabouts the tug park's up. It's kind of sort of a bit short of the terminal, isn't it, I think? land alongside him again. Another notch of air brakes. Further, oh yes, he's further in towards the sample, isn't he? Just about see him, but I'm not sure.
Task finished.
Oh, I finished the task. That's great. Lovely. Thank you. I'll have some of that. I'd forgotten I need to finish the task as well, but anyway, that's taken care of that. It's still hugely high, so we've really got to just hold off and lose the side. I'll be doing an approach like this though, isn't it, from a great height? I may have to go around again if I really can't, I'll get it down. Let's try a bit of side slipping, see if we can use the racing that way. Can't quite hold it in a side slip. Might manage to do it. Brakes are fully out. Coming off, close the brakes a bit. Get your finger on the wheel brake ready as well. It's hard because you upset the joystick when you do that. No feed on the joystick, it's very easy to bounce the fucker. Ooh. Whoa. There we go. Fucking hell. Thank goodness for the wheel brake. So, Rob, that is that. There's the Pawnee sitting there. No other trade for him by the look of it. And what a fantastic flight that was. And there's Teide way back up there, still in cloud. What a great flight. I hope you enjoy watching as much as I enjoy flying it. It was a really great flight by any standards, that. Right, matey. Hope you're all right back there, and see you shortly.
Inside.
Bye
Zone.
for now. Oh, I'm inside the zone. I should say so. All right, bye.